What is happening, y'all? Mr. Koopa here. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered Master Difficulty playthrough, and now we are going to knock out our next quest in Bruma, a Brotherhood Betrayed.
What?
I like how she's looking down at me. Raynil Dralas.
Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us. Apparently, Bradon Lirrian was one of those vile creatures, and Raynil slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Bradon to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. We drink because we're happy. A
Nords.
feed. Bye.
Okay, so that is our next quest. A Brotherhood Betrayed. And it's nearby, so let's go talk to somebody. I don't know who it's pointing me at.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves or Raynil Dralas will be allowed access. Yeah, I've heard of him. He's that...
Okay, Raynil.
The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information.
I can change that.
All right.
We can be friends.
Please, that's just well done. No, I really now. You're such a goodness. You can't. What a great. I would no. Is get away from me. Really is get remarkable. You you can't scare me. You're please. I'm embarrassed. I wish. You can't. Not funny. I see. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Bradon Lirrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Raynil Dralas, we may have never uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Raynil arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Bradon was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Bradon's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Bradon out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you. So you can see we really don't need any help. But thanks for the offer.
Bradon Lirrian.
As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense.
Raynil Dralas.
I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. Feel free to question anyone in town. I shouldn't give you too much trouble.
And this is the wife.
I believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me.
Please calm down. I want to help.
Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast.
Tell me what happened.
I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Bradon dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Raynil Dralas. He said he was a vampire hunter and that Bradon was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Raynil, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Raynil convinced Carius that Bradon was a vampire.
The evidence looks bad for Bradon.
Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing, the guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Bradon out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Raynil character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. There isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name.
Raynil Dralas.
I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Gotta find him.
So, any new revelations in your, investigation?
Raynil.
I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Airline by checking up on Raynil. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynil is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I'm only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Airline is so distraught. I'm sure Airline is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynil has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynil is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. Keep up the, good work, I suppose.
Okay, so we gotta track this guy down. I suppose we should ask around to find out where he is. Maybe the guards know a thing or two.
Yes? Yes. Apparently, he seemed... Goodbye.
What is it? Yeah, apparently. He seemed to be... Take care.
What? Did you hear about Brad? Good day.
It's
What? Just like...
to you.
Good day.
Hi.
What do you want? Yeah. Good day.
What?
Raynil Dralas.
I usually don't give out that kind of...
Here we go again with this stuff, guys.
Make it quick. I'm not... What? You're not bad. Don't, please. I'm sorry. You're a big... I'm not buying that one. You're a... Yes, yeah. What? Don't. You're pathetic. You're full of it. That's a... Yes, yes. That's not...
All right, now Raynil Dralas.
Raynil is staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Bradon and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either.
Thank you, Olav. Oh, this man's long gone. I've entered Raynil's room. I should carefully search the place for anything suspicious. Huh. Oh. I've discovered a small journal in Raynil's room at the inn. It seems he was part of a group of adventurers who uncovered an artifact of some sort from some Ayleid ruins. They all agreed to stash the artifact in a cave until more research could be done about it. Each of them took a key to the chest it was secured in. And the two other members of the group were Bradon and someone named Gelebourne. I need to find out more about Gelebourne to confirm my suspicions about Raynil. Olav may be able to help. Hang on. Olav, buddy.
What can I do for you today?
Gelebourne.
Gelebourne? That's odd that you should mention that name. Raynil told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelebourne down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment.
Raynil?
And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and... I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight. When I heard Raynil killed him, I've got...
No thanks.
Just look for me if you need anything else.
Alright, what's our next step?
So,
Gelebourne.
how'd you know about that? Too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Gelebourne was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Gelebourne was a vampire as well, obviously.
I disagree.
What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Gelebourne was not a vampire?
I have Gelebourne's journal.
I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynil have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynil from Bradon's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olav's Tap and Tack in 1 hour.
1 hour time.
Just
How goes
before
it?
I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynil was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelebourne's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynil doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. If all you say is true, Raynil will answer for Bradon's death.
Gelebourne.
Raynil will pay for both crimes. Gelebourne was likely another innocent he's slain. I'll make sure Skingrad's City Watch hears of this.
And Raynil.
I can't wait to get my hands on Raynil. He'll become very familiar with Bruma's dungeons, or the end of my blade if he doesn't come peacefully.
Yeah, but the thing is you're not going to go fight him, I am.
Please hurry. Raynil may make a break for the open road at any moment.
Alright, before we go, we did have some fighting earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and repair. $52. It's a long way to 100.
Showing you this is the last mistake you'll ever make.
The heck is that? And we discovered a cave on accident.
Die!
Just a normal bandit?
Damn you!
Mithril? Dwarven Battle Axe. Well, we discovered Capstone Cave. We're going to come... we might as well. We've already discovered it. What's our weight at before I do? Too heavy. Looks like we got rats. Rats and mud crabs. Something's rumbling. That is alchemy. Let's take a look around. Hopefully it's a short cave and we can just get it over with. Let's work on our destruction. It's already dead. Wait, that actually did damage. No, it didn't. Wait a minute, you're kind of weak.
Today you die.
Do I really want to make this, like, faster?
Yeah.
Not really. Doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm not in any immediate danger, so I can level some things.
Today you die. Do your worst. Die. Die, cur. Show me what you've got.
Silver battle axe, not really worth a whole lot. Crab meat. Rat meat. If I really want to make this faster, I just need to summon the Astronaut and call it a day. Still gotta catch Raynil after this. No. Hard chest. A weak potion of healing. And there's nothing else here. But there's still another side. Yeah, let's go to the other side. Heavy armor mastery increased. Days and weeks of constant use make wearing heavy armor tolerable, but not comfortable. You have learned to adapt to its weight and use it in combat. As a journeyman of heavy armor, your plate mail is now damaged at a lower rate. Okay, so that's 50. I also think that it's twice as durable. It's not lighter, though. Let's get some distance and get some fatigue back. She won't let me.
Fall before me, Breton!
Bonk. Be taking that glass bow, though. Okay, so we took a lot of damage there. Alchemy. Night Eye. We're gonna look around before we continue forward. We need to get some health back. Wait, is that major wounds? I have the new one. Hang on a sec. Yeah, heal greater wounds. Since we've upgraded. Well, that way is off limits. How much healing do I get off of this? That's a good amount. Alright, I see our target out there. Boa Cataclysm. Does the same damage as the glass bow. Oh, we can't do that.
Show me what you've got.
I'm gonna try and let the Atronach do the work while I heal up. I should not have taken this fight. Oh, it's a 2v1. Through steady practice, you have discovered more creatures to summon from the plains of Oblivion. You are now an expert in conjuration magic and can cast expert-level conjuration spells. Oh, jeez. All that health I just got back. I gotta rush one of them. See if I can get close. Tag him with this.
Listen here!
Elven bow. And now I'm too heavy. I could probably do something about that. How heavy are we? Only 6 over? Real quick. Let's see if I can get some restore health. Damage health? Did that actually work? No, it didn't. I just probably didn't make anything just now. Let's do restore endurance. We're just trying to lessen the amount of ingredients we have. Resist fire. Alright, what about our negatives? Okay, how do we do? Oh, that actually increased my weight. Oh, dear. Okay, back to inventory. We're just going to drop some things. That weighs 11. I didn't drop things off. Screw it. The battle axe needs to go. I straight up don't win this fight right now. Hang on a second. We're gonna wait until we heal. Alright, that's good enough for government work. Square up with this guy. Or gal.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
I gotta get out of here.
Today you die.
She healed? What? I think my Atronach just hit me. I'm in danger. Okay. Oh, that's cheap. Woo! Savage Frost. That was unnecessarily
If it's a
difficult,
fight
don't
you
you?
want-
Oh, God!
Get.
Okay, we gotta end this quickly. My last damage health potion.
Jump on my sword while you can. You move like a pregnant cow. Die, damn you!
Yeah, my Atronach's hitting me in the close quarters. Get her out in the open. Oh my. Well, we got him. This guy was standing in here for like no reason. Someone's in here. Oh, I'm looking right at him.
Crabs more fierce than you. Die.
Oh my lord. Another one down. Guess the good news is, looks like there's a lot in here. But there's not. Never mind. Stand corrected. There's more to this place, it seems. Capstone Great Cavern. So we're not done. Rats. Rat was chasing that guy. Well, I'll leave it to him. Yeah, he's still fighting. You're doomed.
Jump on my sword while you can. Die, damn you.
One less bandit. So what else is in here? Oh, it's a mud crab. Go away, Mr. Krabs. This is a dead end, so the only way through is here. Those are the ones the bandit was fighting. Mushrooms! Lots and lots of mushrooms. I could almost feel my alchemy points going up. Okay, so we're over top now, right? Nothing? That's it then. It's a hard chest at the end of all this. Robe of the glib tongue. Ah! I'm okay. Alright, friends, we're back out into the world. Now, off-screen, I tried to fast travel back to the Imperial City to offload some of my gear, and it turns out that what the guard warned us, that you only have a day before Raynil escapes, was correct. So, we have to deal with the inventory that we have right now and just get this thing over with. Otherwise, he's going to get away and we fail the quest. Here it is, Boreal Stone Cave. Hope this is quick. I have arrived at Boreal Stone Cave. Now, what are we up against? Oh, Raynil.
Congratulations. I had a feeling you would catch on sooner or later. Leaving that journal behind was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw you enter Olaf's tap and tack before I could get there, and I knew that I had to sneak out of Bruma somehow. It was only a matter of time before you or Carius figured it out. No matter. After I've killed you, I won't need my vampire hunter ruse any longer.
You will not surrender then.
Certainly not. I'm surprised Carius didn't send the entire city watch up here. But then I would have seen that coming, I suppose. I expected to lay low here for a while and then be on my way. So again, I underestimated you. This leaves me with little choice. Either I fight you now and have a chance at freedom, or I surrender and rot in a city dungeon. I prefer the chance for freedom.
This is your last chance.
Yes, I suppose it is. Well then, we've talked enough. Only one of us will walk out of here alive this day. Good luck.
I've fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
That's a big sword. You astronaut?
You're pathetic.
He is healed. Come on. Goodbye, Raynil. I've located Raynil in Boreal Stone Cave. He refused to surrender, choosing instead to attack me. I was forced to kill him to defend myself. I can now recover the artifact mentioned in Gelebourne's journal from the chest. Bradon's key, Gelebourne's key, Raynil's key. I'll be coming back for all this, by the way. Opening the waterlogged chest with all 3 keys, I discovered the artifact to be an amulet. It seems fairly unremarkable, and I'm unsure of its function. I think I should bring it back to Bradon Lirrian and see what she wants me to do with it. We'll do exactly that. Potion of Charisma. Do we have the Riz? Another chest. Defend and gold. Nothing back here. Alright, let's return to Bruma. Be done with this quest.
What news do you bring? Yes.
Gelebourne.
I remember Bradon mentioning that name once. He was part of the Brotherhood he had created with Raynil.
Raynil?
I knew I recognized Raynil. I think when I first met Bradon many years ago, he introduced me to him. They were part of some sort of brotherhood. They would roam Cyrodiil in search of legendary treasures and the like. The only reason he stopped doing that is because we got married and he wanted to settle down. I'm afraid thanks to Raynil, that time is lost.
Mundane
Long
amulet.
ago, I made a promise to Bradon. I promised to never reveal to anyone what I'm about to reveal to you now. However, because you've avenged his unjust death, I feel that Bradon would understand why I'm breaking that pact. Bradon told me about this amulet when they first brought it home from whatever distant land it came from. He never really trusted anyone else in the group, and before he secured the treasure in that cave, he had a special enchantment placed upon it. The magic masks the true identity of the item. All it takes is a simple command word, and the amulet would be restored to its true state.
Did that word die with
No.
Bradon?
He always feared this day would come. He left me knowledge of that word in the event that he died, and I came into possession of the keys. If the other members of Bradon's group were still alive, and I on my deathbed, only then would I pass the knowledge on to them. If you'd give me that amulet, I would like to show you what you've recovered.
Certainly.
Thank
Here it
you.
is.
I will now speak the word Brotherhood. Here is the amulet back. It's as beautiful as it was the day I remember seeing it long ago. I want you to keep it, as I have no use for this anymore. I'm certain that's what I want, and I'm certain that's what Bradon would want. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope that the amulet helps keep you safe on whatever roads you may travel. I'm
Raynil.
glad he's dead. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but I think you understand. Justice has been
All right.
done.
Let's look at what we got. It's a new... Let's see. Fortify speed. That's not particularly useful. So guys, we're going to return home to, well, the only home I really care about right now, which is Anvil. When we're there, we're going to go to sleep, we're going to level up, and we're going to end off. When we return, we're going to come back to Bruma. There's one quest left, the 2 sides of a coin quest. And I expect that one's going to be rather quick, so then we're going to go ahead and knock out the Rock Shatter quest. That's my plan for the next video. But first, let's get home. Alright, we're back home. Let's take a nap. Level 18. You have ascended to level 18. Today, you suddenly realize the life you've been living, the punishment your body has taken. There are limits to what the body can do, and perhaps you have reached them. You've wondered what it's like to grow old. Well, now you know. Okay. Int. Obligatory point in luck. Willpower. No, not willpower. Agility. Let me make sure that I have the right idea here. Agility increases maximum fatigue, but regenerates fatigue faster. And willpower greatly increases maximum fatigue and determines how quickly I regenerate magicka. Intelligence, maximum magicka. Where are we at right now on that? 210. Anyway, I already told you my plan. Off screen, I'm going to be running back and forth to market, selling things. And I'm also going to go back to both those dungeons we just did to loot out the rest of it from the dead bodies and sell that stuff as well. We should have a lot of money. We might be able to buy the Breville house when we come back. We're halfway there. But until then, as always, I will see you all next time.